Oh, what a Snoozefest. I'm in my pajamas. I'm still half asleep after that game. My God. Manchester United won Watford 0. Not really much to say about the game. Maybe a couple of. There is one important point. I'll cover that, but not really much to the game. Um, Henderson, Brandon Williams at right back. Finally, because he's not a left back. Um, Twanzebe and Bai, which I'll talk about. Tellez, McTominay, Van der Beek, also talk about. Mata, the number 10, Lingard on the left, Greenwood up top, up front, and James on the right. It was just a really shit game. um, First, 5 minutes we were good. McTominay obviously scored that header, pretty fortunate header. And after that, there's not much to say. The game was really dead. That's what the game ended in the first 5 minutes. That you didn't have to play the next 85 plus stoppage time minutes. Obviously, Rashford and Martial came on, and Matic came. The game was dead. The game was dead. Nobody had a good game. Really speaking. It was weird because like first 5 minutes, Dan James, Lingard, Mata, everyone. Actually, Mata was never looked good the whole game. They were, they looked a bit energetic, then they just fell away. Like Lingard was crap, Dan James was crap, Greenwood did not have a good game. It's very clear with Greenwood, like after the whole, what was it, the Iceland incident. He's not the same. It's a bit like Harry Maguire. He's not the same player after all that controversy. Mata is finished in this game. He needs to go to the American League now, or just retire. He is not. He's just finished in this type of game. It's too quick for him now. Yeah, Brandon, and then if you look at Tellers and Brandon Williams, you can just see there's such a huge difference in quality. Like you can see that one gets forward and is able to cross the ball, the other just gets the ball and then, always plays it backwards. Yeah, and you know Brandon Williams, when you get young players when they come into the squad, they always just want to make a challenge. That's Brandon Williams. Always looking to stick his leg out in a challenge, and it's just a bit rash. He just needs to calm down. But anyway, two things. Firstly, Twanzebe and Bai. After seeing that game now, I've just realized they are our two best centre backs, and it's a good partnership. Like Twanzebe and Bai allowed us to play such a high line. We like pinned Watford in their half. Brandon Williams and Alex Tellers were able to bomb forward, and then Bai got a knock on the head, had to come off. Maguire came on, and all of a sudden we just instantly dropped a bit that much deeper, and it was just so annoying, man. It's just, and that is very annoying because we all know who Ole is gonna play. It just sucks that his favorite players are also the worst players in the team. That's what sucks. Those are the players that will let him down in the end. Those are the players that will prevent us from winning the title. I just have to say it. I could be wrong, but I have to say it. Second, that's the first thing. The second thing is, you know how we always say, right? McTominay always plays in Van der Beek's position. right? And we always complain, why does McTominay start ahead of Van der Beek? McTominay and Van der Beek today played a double pivot, so they played pretty much the same position, just one was on the left, one was on the right. It was glaringly obvious. Like they were playing, like for the first time McTominay, Van der Beek played together. You could see the comparison. You could compare the two directly. It was so obvious that Van der Beek is a better player. It's so obvious. He's just more fluent. He's better defensively. Going forward, he just looks. It's fluent. It's clinical. He can he does his little back heels, and there's just more creativity. He offers more than this average McTominay that Ole just. It's just his child. It's just again that's why I say Ole's favoritism for players is his weakness. His favorite players are just average players, slow players that don't allow you to play a high line, players that give away cheap fouls, that always get skipped past. I mean, there was one instance where McTominay gave the ball away and Sarr was running towards our goal with the ball, and I think it was either Bai or Twanzebe. So it was Twanzebe who was able to actually keep pace with Sarr. If that was Harry Maguire, it would have been a repeat of Tottenham United from last season, first game back in lockdown, where Steven Bergwijn just skips past Harry Maguire. Ismaila Sarr would have done the same thing to him. Like, that's the ideal thing, isn't it? We should be playing. We can play two fast centre backs. It's not like Maguire's Van Dijk, who needs to be in the team, who can score all these headers. He doesn't contribute anything realistically. Nothing. Like, we looked more defensively organised when we had Bailly and Twanzebe on. Like, Maguire is such a flop. Maguire is a flop. McTominay is bang average, and yet these two, they're protected. They are obviously they're protected. They're protected by Ole. They're protected by even by mainstream media. Like when you listen, if you listen to Ole's press conferences and listen to the questions the reporters ask, nobody asks about the defense. Nobody questions it. Some very silly like there's some which are but silly. Like one reporter asked Ole if he's managing with with the whole COVID environment, and it's like, I get it, but at the same time, is nobody gonna question the defensive frailties? Question if Ole is gonna get a centre back in January. Now that Eric Bailly is injured, like now Eric Bailly has a knock on his head. I hope he's not injured. He probably isn't. The scary part is if Ole plays Lindelof and Maguire against. Okay, Burnley you can get away with, but Liverpool, oh my! If I see Maguire and Lindelof against Liverpool, it's game over. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Van der Beek is better than McTominay. Twanzebe and Bailly are better than Maguire and Lindelof. And Maguire and Lindelof are our weakest centre backs, and Ole thinks they're our strongest centre backs. Yeah, that's what it is. So yeah, Burnley and Liverpool next. Let's just get the job done against them. Let's just beat them.